Hello and welcome to your timeless message. Let's see what you need to hear today. Longevity and courage just popped out. And we have Libra and Scorpio being shown here. So for some of you maybe who are into astrology, that is a relevant thing to know. But what is this about? Can we get one more please to make it 3? And I'm seeing a lot of 3s here. So maybe a matter of collaboration that you're going through. Some sort of expansion to become 3. Success. Yeah. Maybe the courage combined with the longevity of how far and how much you did to achieve your goals is now being met with success. Right? So you have the courage, the longevity, and the success all coming together. And what is this in relation to? And we're going to use 2 cards. And what is this in relation to? Oh, this one wants me to see it. The 6 of Wands in relation to your success, to your victory. Maybe this message today is just a little pat on your back. Just for you to take some time and recognize, wow, I've come so far, I've done so much. I've achieved so much. What is this courage about? What did the collective do to receive back? This is so lovely. Oh, let's see. We have a few fall out. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, wow. Okay. We have the 4 of Wands in reverse. We have the Queen of Pentacles. And we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Find that quite interesting. The Knight coming right before the Queen. The 4 of Wands speaks of reaching a sort of threshold. Having basically, you've bought all the ingredients needed to make the cake. Like you've already gotten to a place of you're getting closer to the realization of your dream. Now this was in reverse. So maybe recognizing, having gone through the recognizing that there was a threshold that wasn't stable, or that there was no such threshold ever reached. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse to the Queen of Pentacles. What I'm seeing is kind of surpassing the Knight of Pentacles, coming from a place of where you're trying to strive towards material stability, getting to a place where you actually embody the qualities. You're not just striving towards something, but you have embodied the qualities. You're now at a place of groundedness, I'm hearing. Groundedness and connection with the little bunny there that she's holding. What else do we need to talk about? The King of Wands, standing in your power, trusting your own input, your own spark, you know, to light the flame that needs to be lit. And you lit a fire under your own bum, I'm hearing. You lit a fire under your own bum and you kept going. No matter the turmoil, no matter the thing, you just keep working. You keep doing your thing. And that is now being rewarded. What will this reward look like once it comes in for the collective? What will it look like? The 3 of Wands in reverse. Wow, interesting. The 3 of Wands is a beautiful card. It's a card of expansion, of starting to put your right foot forward and really going for things. But this is in reverse. And as I was trying to tap into this right now, what I'm sensing is maybe this allowing yourself to not have to overextend yourself. Maybe the success right now comes from you not having to expand, not having to push so hard. You're kind of allowing yourself to gain a sort of comfort zone, which it's so villainized to have a comfort zone. But how can you function if you're constantly in survival mode? You can't. You need to have an established comfort zone, a safety that is in some way in your material world, so you can then find safety in the material in sense of the financial as well. You cannot expect someone to work really, really, really hard if they're just working on empty and continue to work on empty. It won't be sustainable. And as we see here, you are someone who is trying to go for the longevity of things, right? The Queen of Swords, making really just and fair decisions, and really having thought through the actions that you take in your life. This is not coming from a place of defeat, but it is coming from a place of deep analysis. And through this analysis, have you then found, okay, I need to take a step back, or I need to establish myself in my comfort zone. How nice is it that the little one decided to be in the background today? Isn't that very sweet? Hello, my sunshine. You know, this coming week, I want to make a video about it potentially, but we're going to be together. He's going to have been adopted by me for exactly 10 years. And I can't believe that it's been a decade that I've had my lovely, lovely little boy with me. Look at him. He's the sweetest. Maybe, why is this coming up? Maybe it's the success, the way you define success. Maybe that has changed in a way. Maybe you're seeing a success in those things, and being able to enjoy your time, for example, with your furry little companions, or like in nature, taking the time to really recharge, to just do things that bring you joy. Yeah, I think so. What else does the collective need to hear then? 8 of Cups. Whatever has fallen out of your life, whatever has turned out to be emotionally, oh, we have another one that fell out, emotionally unfulfilling and a disappointment. I forgot to turn something off. Maybe that peep was meant for some of you to really feel like this message makes sense. Oh, look at that. The card that fell out as well is the Queen of Cups. So we're talking about emotional disappointment, and then stepping into the role of being the emotionally mature person, or like making the choices that are aligned with your own emotional maturity, or the version of yourself that you want to become. And that choice was to walk away. The 8 of Cups is to leave disillusionment, to understand the failure for what it was. And why am I saying the word failure? I try not to use that word because I think it's so heavy, it's so judgmental. But maybe this is a part of the reality, a layer of the onion of the situation that does need to be called as such, called out for what it is, a failure in the sense of something didn't work out, something failed. Why are we talking about failures? Oh, we have 2 cards that already fell out. The Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands. You're talking about failure because this is coming from I'm going to say male dominant understanding of achievements equals your worth. Does that make sense? The Knight of Cups is here and the Knight of Wands. We have 2 court cards. So this could be people in your life as well that have put certain thoughts into your mind, or that have fed into certain negative beliefs that you hold of yourself. Or, you know, this is also our society. Our society rewards achievements, very materialistically speaking, more than it does. Like if you are able to play along, you receive more than if you're trying to be a good person. Does that make sense? So, and in that world, in this kind of a world, for you to function, for you to be successful, if you have this mantra in your head that your success is related to what you do in your life, it can be very lonely, and it can be very monotropic in how you go through life. So you're only focusing on these achievements. And I think you've left us behind. We have these, you really have worked on your emotions. We have so many cups here, but also so many court cards. This is something coming up in relation to other people in your life. Yeah, to what was shown to you and the communities around you, and what reflected then within you, where you felt seen in it, and the behaviors around you, and where you didn't feel seen. And what did that mean for how you treat yourself and how you see the world, the people around you, and yourself in it? Okay. What is the collective to focus on then, as we leave this reading for the day? What is the collective to focus on? On their energy. Be very conscious of where you put your energies. You know, we were talking about this, the 3 of Wands that came out there. This success that you are now going to see and you are seeing in your life comes from you knowing where to put your energies, where to expand, where to invest, and where to take yourself back and go into your comfort zone and say, okay, I need to rest. I need to fully recharge. I mean, we treat our phones with more understanding for what a battery is than we do ourselves. If your phone is low energy and you're going out to some place, you're going to charge your phone because you know you're really going to need that energy. If you were home, maybe you wouldn't charge it immediately. But because you're going out, you have to make a conscious choice, right? To make the space for yourself. And we don't do that with our own energy. We don't, when we notice, oh, we are running really low, we don't take the time to recharge. We just hope for the best. And that's not sustainable, my dear. It is not sustainable. And what is also not sustainable is for you to keep things within. If you don't feel comfortable talking to someone about whatever is going on in your life, or where you sometimes, feel the need to communicate, you can write. You can write for yourself. Last night, for example, I was feeling not very good. It was like this surge of deep grief and pain. And I just spent a good hour at least just writing what came to mind. And at the end of it, I have worked through the grief, in the sense that grief is ever present, is it not? And the pain will come and it will go, and sometimes we're more okay with it, we're less okay with it. But I have gone through the process of working through all of it, that when the grief now pops up, I am able to follow my own train of thought, my own trail of connections, my own understanding of the situation. That brings me to a place where the grief is now a very sensible thing to be happening, and not something that takes over, but it is something that at that point is released. But once I look at it and I understand it, I'm like, oh, it's suddenly not as bad. Does that make sense? Well, I think this was something you had to hear today, my dear, and I hope the message made sense. I hope you enjoyed. If you're ever interested in a personal reading, my contact for that is in the description, and I'll see you very soon, dears. Bye-bye.